Hello everybody, it's Max McAllister from Traxxion Dynamics here today, and I'm going to show you how I've created my own custom mount for Clearwater Darla lights for the front of the 2018 plus Honda Goldwings. They supply a kind of a wedge-shaped bracket with holes. That's a nice substantial metal bracket from Clearwater, but their intended mounting location is this front fender bolt. So there's a whole mess of problems with trying to get that light onto there. With the stuff they supply, it's very fiddly, and I found it much better trying to do their system by rearranging some parts here. But in the end, it was all a fail to me, and I wasn't happy with it. Primarily because no matter what I did with the bracket tight, I could still come to the light and just move it. They give you a big long dowel and a long bolt to put through their bracket, and there's just no teeth, gears, serration, nothing to lock it into its location. So hitting sharp bumps and potholes over time, I just don't envision that light holding its place in the world. Then past that, the guy of this particular bike is going to be, going through a bunch of tire changes, and just like actually any Goldwing owner will over the life of the bike, I didn't want somebody undoing the lights and having the wiring and cabling, having somebody mixing that up or screwing it up or routing it improperly. So I wanted to secondarily devise a way that the lights would not be disturbed during a tire change. So what I've done here accomplishes everything I was after. So now you can take the front fender off, change the wheel, never disturb the lights. Now, so what I did was I took the Clearwater bracket, and this is the brake line mount bolts here that hold these blocks onto the front fork of the motorcycle. It's not I guess lack of word. This isn't like a brake caliper bolt or anything like that. So it's just literally keeping these lines neatly organized onto the motorcycle. Well, by just good luck, Honda has a machined flat square area where the head of the bolt sits here. And so the Clearwater bracket was a round shape. And all I did was take the bracket and grind this step down into the bracket. It's probably, 5/8 of an inch or more back. And then it's about 3/16 of an inch deep. And once you'll know if you have it deep enough, just because the bolt will pass in. You want to take away as little as possible, but without it getting, and just enough to let the bolt slip through. So when you do this, then the bracket interlocks with, if you can see the two edges there interlocking, it interlocks with the fork. And now this thing, you could not possibly move it. It actually is really on the bike. And that makes a beautiful custom mount. And if you kind of step over there to the front and look, the lights have full pathway to shine, and they're well protected from somebody, kicking, tripping while you're washing. Tons of room here for the suspension to move up and down no matter what location you're turning at. And best of all, nobody disturbs anything during routine maintenance of the bike. So that's my suggestion for customizing that. Now, as far as cutting that divot, just depends on what tools you have access to. If all you have is a hand file, okay, it's just going to take you a while, but a file will work, a pretty big file. You can cut it with a Ziz wheel, a bench grinder, a belt sander, any of those things. What I do suggest you do is, just depending on your level of time you have available to you, if you have all the time in the world and there's an anodizer near you, carry them in and have them re-anodized, stripped and re-anodized for that area. But if you don't have all that time or effort or access to an anodizer, just be sure to paint that bracket just so there's not bare exposed aluminum to corrode over time, particularly since that's going to be down and exposed to water and all that as you're riding the bike. So those are my tips on this installation. Hopefully that makes it cleaner and neater for you. My name's Max. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, Subscribe to my channel. I'm almost to 10,000 subscribers. Woo. And look forward to keep bringing you more great content soon.